Whoever you are, whatever you've experienced in life so far, and whatever thoughts and feelings you've had about yourself, you do have a main purpose in your life, something that's uniquely yours. No one else can do it the way you can. And when you take the time to ask yourself some key questions, then you can start to discover what it is. Your purpose lies in the crossover point of the following three things: your values, your strengths, and your interests. These three factors are your guiding lights and can be for you like lighthouses are for ships. Allow them to guide you in. The crossover point can be drawn up by making three circles and considering how one of those circles best complements the others. Imagine this circle represents your values, especially those which are most important for you. Then this circle represents your strengths, qualities and skills that come naturally to you. And finally, this circle represents the things that you tend to be drawn to, your real interests in life. It's here at the crossover point of your values, strengths and interests. This is where your purpose is. Take time now or after this video to draw up your three circles like this and add your top 5 values to your values circle, your top strengths to your strengths circle, and your top interests in your interest circle. Then contemplate that crossover point and contemplate it some more. Leave a little time and then come back to it again. What is it that lies here in the middle? What is it that allows me to use my strengths, engage my interests and fulfill my values? Doing what or being what? Keep thinking and writing out your desires and ideas. At times, let go and release all thoughts and relax in a warm bath or take a walk in nature. And bit by bit, reconsider what your purpose might be. Take your time on this and allow your mind to contemplate and come back to you in its own way. It's important to realize that your purpose is not the same as a goal or a mission. Your purpose is something that cannot suddenly be finished in one moment and done. It is an intangible thing which you can continue to dedicate yourself to for the rest of your life. Allow me to illustrate with some examples. We may have a guess at what Walt Disney's purpose was and say something like, okay, Walt Disney's purpose might have been to bring joy to people's hearts. Or Walt Disney's purpose might have been to share and celebrate the wonder of life. Something like that. Notice that these are purpose statements because they cannot suddenly be finished in one moment, unlike a mission or a goal. If I was to say that Disney's purpose was to build Disneyland, then that would be stating a goal or a mission and not his overarching purpose. By discovering what your purpose is and writing it in a statement, it brings clarity. You will then notice that there are many ways you could start fulfilling your purpose. And when you do things that are aligned with your purpose, you feel good. Just as Walt Disney started by creating rough sketches and ideas, you might find yourself formulating your own ideas in time. Walt first formulated characters like Mickey Mouse, and then more characters, and then more than that, which led to cartoons, and then comic books and storybooks, and then later the films and the programs, and then came the Disneylands. And these were ways that Walt found he could apply his strengths and his interests that were also aligned with his values in order to fulfill his purpose. A true life purpose creates a win-win for all. It is impossible for you to serve your purpose without in some way serving the world around you. And at the same time, serving your purpose isn't about sacrificing yourself or fulfilling everybody else but you. By fulfilling your purpose, you are fulfilling you and serving others, whether you realize it or not. Great artists or inventors like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci may not have realized that their works would inspire people for centuries, but they were aligned with their passion. They threw themselves into their works, and we could say they worked from the heart. And when you really start to think about what your life is about, then you can align yourself with it. Your works and the things you do will take on new meaning, and you will feel an increase in positive energy. Sir David Attenborough, who must be the world's most prolific wildlife presenter, is a wonderful example of this, and he's still commentating programs now in his 90s. He's dedicated his life to studying wildlife, and for decades now has been an inspiration for others. And if I was to guess what his life's purpose might be, I wouldn't say to make nature programs, because again, that would just be stating a goal. But perhaps his purpose would be something like to reveal the beauty and wonder of the natural world. Or perhaps David Attenborough's purpose might be to enable people to recognize the beauty of the natural world around them. And something like that. And his nature programs have served as a great vehicle to fulfill that purpose. Long-time action movie star Sylvester Stallone stated once that his purpose has always been to inspire people. Again, note that he didn't say his purpose was to make movies, but to inspire people. And he's found that making movies has been a very effective vehicle to serve his purpose. In a way, your purpose is something that has been chosen for you. It already exists within you. And this is why it's a process of revealing it to yourself, a process of reflection more than decision. Once discovered, then it's a matter of decision, choosing ways of fulfilling it. And unlike your purpose, which stays the same, your chosen ways of fulfilling your purpose can change and grow and adapt. A person might think that in order to have a life purpose, it has to be something huge and world-changing. Not so. It can be, but it certainly doesn't have to be. A person might fulfill their life's purpose by being a great parent, or teacher, or mentor, or friend. Things don't always have to be on a monumental, large scale. A life's purpose could be fulfilled through a career or something outside of work, or a combination of things. When you discover your life's purpose, you start to have an enhanced appreciation of yourself. You begin noticing how you've always been trying to do it. Things from the past that you did, mistakes that you've made. Things start making more sense as you become more aligned inside yourself. Your self-esteem grows and your confidence improves because you are seeing the bigger picture of your life. Remember, you do have a main purpose in your life, and it is worth revealing it to yourself. By knowing it, you can align your mental and emotional powers so that you live more true to yourself and your decisions become easier. It's likely that you will feel more happy and confident and free and fulfilled, and have more positive impact on the lives of others.